So I know it's been a while since I have updated. About a month. And the last I left off, I was like between 32 and 33 weeks. And I was having some contractions, so the doctor had sent me over to get checked out, and I was 3 centimeters, I think, at that point. But all was really great, and we all moved on. So, another thing is I thought I had scoliosis, which I don't. I actually had them check me again for it because the itching never went away, and it was really annoying. But again, I don't have it. So I'm just itchy. What has happened? So tomorrow I will be 37 weeks, okay? I last left off with you guys between 32 and 33 weeks. About 2 weeks after that appointment, I had a whole night of really crazy contractions. The contractions had stopped by morning time, but again, they were really painful and they were really regular, and I was just waiting for them to go to the next level, and they never did. And the contractions had stopped, but it was a Monday morning. But I told my husband that I really think that we should go in, and just to be safe, because I could feel that those contractions were doing something. They just weren't like Braxton Hicks. So we drove all the way down to the hospital, and sure enough, I was 5 centimeters, 80% effaced, not in active labor. So the contractions the night before definitely did dilate me, but I was not in any form of labor. They monitored me for like 48 hours. I stayed in the hospital for 2 days, which was miserable. But I was not in labor. I was not having any more regular contractions. I wasn't dilating anymore. So that was at between 34 and 35 weeks. I was. And the doctor let me know that they did not feel comfortable releasing me, knowing that I lived an hour away. They thought that if I were to go into labor, that I wouldn't make it back in time, because I was already halfway through labor when I wasn't in labor. So the only way that they would release me is if I agreed to stay close. And graciously enough, my IFs offered me a hotel room here in Tampa, to be close to the hospital, so I wouldn't have to stay in the hospital, but I also wasn't allowed. So I have been in this hotel room for over 2 weeks now. My husband has been, like, the boys and my husband will stay here with me at night, and he'll wake up extra early in the morning with the boys and drive an hour for them to go to school. Then he'll come back here, drive an hour back to be with me, to make sure that if I were to go into labor, I would have a way and a means to get there. And then he'll drive another hour back to go pick up the kids. And then, like if my one son has wrestling or something, he'll take him to wrestling and then drive back here for the night. So it's been hard on him. It's been hard on me. It's been hard on the kids. Like we're living out of a hotel. Not exactly ideal. But my husband also doesn't want to deliver twins in the car. So he absolutely believes that I should be here, that it was safe for me to stay here. And this is like the best scenario possible. So let's fast forward. I never went into labor. 2 weeks being 5 centimeters, 80% of face, and a -2 station. I don't know how I didn't go into labor, but I didn't. And that brings us to my doctor's appointment yesterday. We have weekly BPPs, which measures the breathing of the babies, like they do like their practice breathing inside, the movements, they measure the fluids to make sure that, they still have plenty of fluid in there, and they do growth scans. So I had mine yesterday, and the dads have also been here. They came, actually they came the day before I decided to go get checked in the hospital. So they've been here for 2 weeks as well, in Tampa in a hotel room waiting for me to go into labor. So they have got to come to the doctor's appointments and stuff with me. So they were there with me yesterday, and my husband too. And we did the ultrasound, and we met with the doctor, and the doctor said, both babies look really healthy. They both passed their BPPs at an 8 out of 8, which is amazing. But baby A is only in the 8th percentile for her weight, which is concerning after it gets below 10 percentile. And baby B, who's a boy, is in like the 70th percentile for his weight. So baby boy, Samuel, is estimated to weigh at 6 pounds 14 ounces, and baby A, Julie, is estimated to weigh 5 pounds 4 ounces. So there's a pretty big gap there, and they start to worry about the placenta functioning properly for baby A. So at that point, we started talking about delivering early because they want to have more control over the baby. So then, delivery plans started to come about, and it was brought up that ideally because baby B, the boy, he's still breech. He never changed. Ideally, when they talk about breech extractions, which they were on board with, and I was on board with, and, I was okay with having baby B breech, and they were okay with delivering baby B breech. Ideally, when that happens, they need baby B to be either equal in size or smaller. And baby B is almost, 2 pounds bigger. So at that point, between baby B being bigger and breech, and baby A having possibly having some placental issues, we decided collectively to just go ahead and book the C-section. And they wanted to deliver within 1 to 3 days. So today I am having a C-section, and I'm going to have these twins for their dads. I am really nervous about the C-section, but I am way more excited that these guys can finally meet their babies. So today is going to be very emotionally charged. Their whole family, because they had, we have now planned this since yesterday is when they told us that the C-section was going to be today. Their whole families have had a chance to come. So they will all be here, the moms and the aunts, and it's going to be really, really beautiful. I feel really honored to be a part of such a beautiful journey. I couldn't have asked for better IFs, a better pregnancy, a more supportive husband. Everything has gone really well, and no matter C-section or VBAC, it doesn't change the outcome of this journey for me at all. It's been absolutely amazing. So with that, I'm gonna go and get ready. I have to leave here probably in like 45 minutes, and I will give you guys an update when the babies finally arrive.